would say that Marquette has implemented living learning communities as a way to integrate the academic experience and the co-curricular experience. There are two particular communities that I think have been successful. The first has taken a topic, social justice, and has two classes associated with it. Students live together for the academic year and study what it means to live in socially just ways. And the second one is called Community, and it's a diversity-based community. That one's a little bit looser. Students are start in their first year kind of exploring what it means to live in a diverse community. They have a course for academic credit, but the credit is not as it's not as structured. I would say the class probably isn't as rigorous as the second one. So that one I would say is more about the students gaining a sense of belonging and what it means to live in a community.
At a previous institution, one of the residential learning communities that I had some involvement in, worked with, one of the things that they did at that institution, which I think makes a lot of sense, is that on any residence hall floor, only up to 50% of the students on the floor were in the learning community. And the reason for that is they wanted the students to have the opportunity to interact with students outside of the major, outside of the college. And I thought that was rather unique and made a lot of sense. And I think the students appreciated it too. Part of that was very administrative. If I have a friend who's not in that major, not in that college, and I want to room with that person, I can do that and still participate in the learning community. And so that was an element of that particular residential learning community system, and that was system-wide, that made a lot of sense. And so I think students then had the opportunity to have the benefits of the learning community while also having the benefits of meeting other students and not feeling sort of a sense of saturation with regard to the learning community experience. So it wasn't everything is about my learning community. I have sort of a more holistic experience.
Vanderbilt's recourse to the Living and Learning Residential College national discourse was, as we've heard here today, was to double down. So we completely converted our freshman living experience and built a $180 million new infrastructure and a new part of the central campus where the entire first-year class lives. That campus also involves residential faculty, new and generously supported academic and co-curricular programming, a new deanship for the university, the position that I actually filled, which was partially symbolic and incredibly logistical and academic, in an effort ultimately to inflect the undergraduate experience at its foundation, and that was very explicitly the objective of the project. Could we change the way in which students at Vanderbilt learned by changing the way in which students and faculty interacted at the university in what is historically a residential campus?